The Springboks are heading into one of the most anticipated clashes of the year, and Captain Kolisi has made it crystal clear what his team needs to focus on. Speaking ahead of Saturday's blockbuster test against Ireland at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Kolisi addressed the elephant in the room, and that is discipline. The message from the skipper was simple but emphatic. The Springboks want to play with 15 men on the field. It has been a challenging few weeks for the world champions in this department. Their victory over France in Paris 2 weeks ago saw them play the entire second half with 14 men, after Lachlan de Jager received a straight red card. That dismissal resulted in a 4-match ban for the towering second rower. Then, just a week later against Italy in Turin, Franco Moster was shown red in the 12th minute. While the Boks still managed to secure a commanding victory and the card was later rescinded by a disciplinary committee, the pattern of early dismissals has become a talking point that the team simply cannot ignore. Kolisi was direct in his assessment during the press conference on Friday. He acknowledged that discipline would be crucial against a team as formidable as Ireland. The captain explained that they have been working incredibly hard on all the controllable aspects of their game, including level changing, wrapping in tackles, and doing those fundamentals over and over again. He emphasized that the Springboks are an aggressive team by nature, and that physicality is something they cannot and will not take away from their identity. It is precisely why they work so hard to ensure they stay on the field and finish matches at full strength. This test match carries enormous significance for multiple reasons. The Springboks have not won a match in Dublin since 2012, making it one of the last boxes to tick for this remarkably successful generation of players. They have conquered Twickenham, Wellington, Yokohama, and Paris, lifting the Webb Ellis Cup on 2 consecutive occasions. Yet the Aviva Stadium remains stubbornly unconquered territory. Since the game turned professional in 1996, South Africa has won only 4 of their 9 matches in the Irish capital, with victories coming in 1998, 2000, 2010, and that last triumph in 2012 when they edged past Ireland 16 points to 12. The history between these two nations adds another layer to this weekend's encounter. Ireland have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the sides, including that narrow 1916 victory in Dublin back in 2022, and their monumental 13-8 triumph at the Rugby World Cup in Paris in 2023. Even when the Springboks hosted Ireland in South Africa during the Castle Lager incoming series in 2024, the series was shared. The Boks claimed the first test in Pretoria, but Ciaran Frawley's last-gasp drop goal in Durban secured a drawn series for the visitors. Kolisi spoke passionately about the magnitude of the challenge that awaits them. He described Ireland as a really good team, and acknowledged that South Africa has struggled for many years when it comes to winning in Dublin. The captain stressed that they will need everybody performing at their absolute best. He pointed to the fine margins that have decided previous encounters, noting that the games they have lost by 1 or 2 or 3 points have often come down to chances at the end that they did not take. The team has learned a lot from those experiences and has worked really hard throughout the week to address those issues. When asked about where the Springboks draw their motivation from, Kolisi was emphatic that it comes from within rather than from the opposition. He spoke about the consistent purpose the team carries into every single game, describing it as an honor to put on the Springboks jersey. He acknowledged that it's been a big year, with the World Cup pool set to be drawn on December 3rd, and the team fighting to maintain their #1 world ranking. But ultimately, their drive comes from who they play for, the people back home, and their own goals as a group. Saturday's match will also be a special occasion for Loch RG Snyman, who will earn his 50th test cap when he takes the field at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Kolisi paid a heartfelt tribute to his teammate, describing Snyman as one of the most talented guys in the group. He called him a big human being who is hard to put down, praising the way he offloads and noting that the team allows him to be who he is. Kolisi expressed his happiness for Snyman and his family, saying he hopes they can make it a special occasion for him. The milestone is particularly meaningful given the injury setbacks that Snyman has endured throughout his career. Kolisi reflected on the journey, saying he's very happy for Snyman after everything he has been through. He noted that Snyman could have given up at any time during his lengthy rehabilitation periods, and credited the unions that backed him and stuck with him through all his injuries. Even during his 2 years on the sidelines, Snyman continued to support the team, and since his return, it's clear how much being back means to him. Head coach Erasmus has also spoken about the significance of this fixture and the importance of fielding his strongest possible team. The majority of the players were rested against Italy specifically to ensure they could recover from the physically demanding match against France. Erasmus has reverted to his tried and tested combinations, making only 2 personnel changes to the side that dismantled France.
Ruan Nordche steps into the starting lineup in place of the suspended Lou De Jager, while Quagga Smith returns to the bench. The starting 15 features a combined total of 876 test caps, a staggering amount of experience that underlines just how seriously the Springboks are taking this challenge. Erasmus was frank in his assessment, noting that most of these players have faced Ireland in Dublin before, as well as at the Rugby World Cup and during the incoming series. They understand the magnitude of the challenge and know what to expect from the hosts. The coach also acknowledged a somewhat uncomfortable truth. This group of players has never won a match in Ireland before. That fact alone serves as powerful motivation. Erasmus described Ireland as one of the top-ranked teams over the last few years and a force to be reckoned with on home soil. They have a good balance of experienced campaigners and exciting young players who pose threats both up front and through their talented backs. It will take a colossal effort, but the team is excited about the challenge and knows they must be razor-sharp in all departments to get the desired result. As the two highest-ranked teams in World Rugby prepare to do battle once again, there is a sense that this fixture has evolved into one of the sport's fiercest modern rivalries. Every meeting between these sides now carries the weight of Test rugby theater, where every moment matters, every mistake stings, and every kick in the swirling Dublin air feels like it could tilt the match in either direction. For the Springboks, ending that 13-year wait for a victory in Dublin would represent a significant achievement in what has already been an outstanding year. For Kolisi and his teammates, the path to that victory starts with staying disciplined, staying on the field with 15 men, and taking those crucial opportunities when they present themselves. The world will be watching as rugby's heavyweight rivals collide once again in Dublin this Saturday evening.